Hey guys, welcome to Almost Heaven, Always Us. I'm Corey.
I'm Kelsey.
And today we are on our 30th episode. Can you believe it?
We did it.
30. And in honor of episode 30, we have 30 reasons why West Virginia is amazing. I've got 15 things.
I've got 15 things.
Some of these things you're going to know, like pepperoni rolls. Of course, pepperoni rolls on there. But some of these things are going to shock you and you.
Me?
Even you. I've got some surprises on the list.
Okay.
Now, we could have done a million reasons why we love West Virginia, but we narrowed it down to 30 just for you. Let's see what's on there.
Okay.
Let's jump right into it.
Okay,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to
I
start?
want you to go ahead.
Oh, you want me to start?
I want to hear what the shockers are.
Oh, you want me to start with? I'm going to save the shocker for later. They got to stick around.
Okay.
I will give you an easy one. I'll give you an easy one right off the top. How about the New River Gorge Bridge? Right off the bat.
Okay.
We were just down there recently, got our picture in front of it.
Very
Had to stop.
unique.
We drove over. If you drive over the New River Gorge, you got to stop and go out and take a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, you're probably wondering if you got 15 things and I got 15 things, what happens if we overlap?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
Well, I'm an overachiever, so I wrote 25 things down. So we have a nice little buffer there. So
Okay.
New River Gorge on yours?
No.
Okay, so we're good. We're good off the bat. But anyway, the bridge, amazing bridge, the largest single arch bridge in the Western Hemisphere. I think it
Kinda
was the
scary
largest in the
to think
world for a
about.
while until I think China or somebody beat it. But anyway,
They would.
it's an amazing bridge, an architectural
No doubt.
amazement, and it's beautiful.
Yes.
Honestly, are you even from West Virginia if you've never taken your picture in front of the New River Gorge?
Oh.
If you
Well,
haven't,
I
you
could
need
be
to
fighting.
go down there and do
I don't
it.
know if any of my family has.
They need to get down there and do it. What you got?
I have how easily accessible beautiful views are.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, because you can go anywhere. Your sister and brother-in-law's farm.
Oh,
Just go outside of their door.
It's one of the most amazing
Go
views.
outside of my grandmother's door, Grandma Shirley. I mean, it's right there.
Right there.
Where you drive, you're driving through it.
I get you. You could pick out some of the best iconic spots like I did, New River Gorge Bridge, where you can just look out your window right now.
Yeah.
If you live in West Virginia, go look out your window. I was thinking that today. I was going to pick up the kids, and I was just driving, and I was
Mhm.
like, wow, look at those mountains in the background. Love it.
Yeah.
What beautiful view. It's
Mhm.
hard to beat.
Yes.
Number 3 on our list, perched up there on top of the bridge, looking down at the town. He gives a warning, but also he may be holding the bolts. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about our mysterious friend, the one who brings the bad omen or the warning. I'm talking
Mm.
Mothman. Down there in Point Pleasant.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
And I refuse for him to be a bad guy.
He's a good guy. I like to think of him as mischievous. He
Mhm.
provided the warning, but like I said, he may be holding the bolts. You know, he's like, guys, I got a bad feeling this bridge is going to collapse. I don't know why, but I call it a feeling, you know? A little mischievous, a little Loki-ish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little Loki-ish.
You love him, but you know that he's kind of bad.
Yeah, like Loki.
Yeah.
How we all feel about Loki.
Exactly.
But yeah, West Virginia, such a unique West
Mhm.
Virginia, character?
Mhm.
Yeah, one of the top, Mount Rushmore. West Virginia Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore for sure. We'll do another episode with Mount Rushmore.
Oh, that's interesting, actually.
yeah. We'll table that.
Okay. Okay, number 4. And this is very true to where my parents lived and where my grandma Shirley lived, where they lived together.
Yeah.
Dogs are your alarm system telling you that someone's driving down your 1-mile-long driveway.
I like that. That's good.
Because, I
That's true.
mean, if the dogs are barking, you look out your window and you're like, oh, who's coming? Because you know that's the only reason why they're barking.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure that's uniquely West Virginia, but
It's not.
But
I don't,
no, it's okay. It's okay. These
no,
are West Virginia things. It doesn't have to be uniquely West
that's what I'm saying. A lot of these things, because there's a lot of places that have pretty views.
Mhm.
These are things that I love about it.
Exactly.
And if you have a dog and you don't live in West Virginia and it's your alarm system, let us know.
Exactly.
Where are dogs being used as alarm systems?
All right. Item number 5. Yeah.
Yes.
Number 5. Okay, here we go. It looks like a scene painted by God himself.
Mm-hmm.
When you see the scene, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You stand there, you take it in, and you say, this was painted by God.
Yeah.
Could be a famous painting, but it's right there in real life, in nature.
Mhm.
You walk down the steps to see it. I'm talking Blackwater Falls. Did you know it? Did you know it?
Not until you said go down the steps.
There's a lot of scenic places, but Blackwater Falls,
Yeah.
you just got to take in the beauty. You take a deep breath when you look at it and you say, man, that is beautiful.
There's a lot of spots like whenever just in West Virginia where it's so pretty that you're like literally like, God, thank you so much for this.
That's how I feel every time we go to Blackwater Falls. It takes my breath away.
Yeah.
I think the way that the falls, if like the river was lined up with it more, it would look different, but the river kind of comes around like a bend.
Yeah, like
and then
like, what's
the
back
falls
there?
are there. So you really can't see the river, really. You just see the kind of the bend.
Yeah.
And so it really truly looks like a painting.
Just around
I've
the
been
river
there.
bend.
We were there recently. I've been there with my men's group in the fall. So the different seasons, it looks different depending on the different seasons in the fall with the leaves. But I've never seen it not beautiful. Really, that whole area, the Blackwater Canyon, Tucker County. Okay.
6.
Yeah.
Number 6. And this is something that I personally liked. You can shoot a gun off your porch.
Oh, yeah.
You can say, oh, there's a deer out there in the yard. Get it and just open your door and no one thinks anything of it.
That's true. Kind of depends where you're at.
Yeah.
If you're in downtown Huntington, yeah, you can.
You can't do that in downtown Huntington.
Well,
There's a lot.
You can, but it's not going to be, people won't be as happy about it.
Do people do it? Yes. Our guns probably shot more often than in Huntington than anywhere else in the
I was going to
state,
say Morgantown, Charleston, Huntington, any of the cities, you can't just go outside and shoot your gun, is what I'm saying.
Huntington, you can.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I personally really love my mother. I love my mother. I love my mother. I don't know. Is this controversial? Apparently.
I just didn't see that coming. I love your mother.
Well, okay.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
Okay.
My mom lives in West Virginia, but that's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at Mother's Day.
Oh.
The original Mother's Day
Day
from Grafton, West Virginia.
Yeah.
The original Mother's Day. Mother's Day created right here in West Virginia to honor the lady who gave it all for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen to that.
I feel a strong pride for heritage in West Virginia. Just people that we've met and talked to, they really love that they're from here.
That's true. Well, yeah, we just talked with Betty Goins down there in Bramwell, and it's talking about heritage. That was the theme of the last episode. If you didn't watch it, you should go back and watch it. It was called Heritage is Power.
Very knowledgeable.
And Bramwell Proved It is what we called the episode because they did. And Betty Goins is a huge supporter of heritage. And she really inspired me. After we met with her, I was trying to edit the video a little bit, light edits, just to make it presentable for the podcast. But every time I would go to do a little bit of editing, I would listen to her. I would get distracted and stop doing that and go research heritage because I would listen to her for a little bit. And she would just fire me up. I'm like, oh, I need to learn about my family history.
And you did learn some.
I did. I went and did a deep dive on my family, at least one branch of them.
Maybe we'll do that on that
And it was because of Betty. That's why I did it. I would have never done it if not for Betty.
Yeah.
So she really fired me up, but she really showed that, if a town really cares about their heritage, it can really affect the town in a profound way. She really changed that town with the way she had a passion for heritage and the way that she started those tours. You know who else who had a huge passion for their heritage down there was Leisha Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Who invited us down there to begin with and totally took care of us while we were down there.
She's the best.
And arranged everything. Yeah. And she truly loved the coal heritage and the Bluefield area,
the homes.
Bluefield, Virginia, and West Virginia. I think she's on the Virginia side, but she really cared about heritage.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. So I like that you picked that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really
so good.
one. Yeah. Good job. Number 9, we think. We hope.
People are counting with us, and they're like, these people are so
they can't count the 10.
No. Oh, my gosh.
You need to settle down. This is getting out of hand. All right. Here we go. Ready?
We're from West Virginia. We can't count.
Well, we just were talking about it, so I'll just roll with it.
Okay.
Bramwell, West Virginia, the home of the Millionaires. That's on my list because that's a cool thing.
What did you call it?
I called it Bramwell. I'm not from there, but so I know if you're an outsider, you're supposed to say Bramwell. But I spent one night there and I rode ATV with the mayor. I met with Betty Goins, so I'm calling it Bramwell.
The mayor calls it Bramwell.
Well, Bramwell. But what an awesome place. So I had to put that on my list
I love it.
just to keep this theme rolling. I'm not ready to give it up yet,
Yeah, you're for real not. Like our last 5 videos have been Bramwell.
And they might be the next 5.
And they might be the next one. Because we still have part 2, which is going to be like the ATVs
Mhm.
and then another home.
Yeah.
And Dennis.
Now that's
We
the
didn't forget you, Dennis.
that is, what do we call that? The travel vlog.
Yeah, travel
Separate
vlog part 2.
from the podcast a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, same channel though, so it's easy to find
Be looking
on
out for
YouTube.
that one. It's cool.
But if you're listening on Spotify or Apple or the others, Amazon, you'll have to find those on YouTube. Those are YouTube exclusive.
They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 4 seasons.
That's true.
I feel like spring and fall are getting short. They're about cut back to 1 day each now where we're at. But we do experience them. I feel like summers is a little bit longer and hotter and winters are a little bit colder and longer.
Yeah.
But we have them.
You feel like fall and spring just kind of.
Yes, I remember fall being a lot longer when I was little.
Yeah.
And spring.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
I do. I do see that. Yeah. When I think of fall, I think of Treasure Mountain Festival a lot.
Yeah.
I love Treasure Mountain Festival, but
Yeah, you
it's
do.
not on my list.
It's not.
Spoiler alert.
Are you going to go this year?
Yeah. I think
So you say you love it, but it's not on your list. That's.
Listen,
Yeah, then you have 25 things.
let me specify right from the beginning also that none of these were ranked the way I'm reading them. It's not.
But it's not even on the list.
I said in the beginning that I could do 1 million. I could come up with 1 million things with it. Now that might have been an exaggeration, 1 million, but I'm just saying I just picked 15 things. Like the first 20, I did 20.
20.
25.
I thought you said 25.
I did 25.
The stories keep changing, don't they?
Oh, I'm a little low-key-ish myself from time to time. Anyway, for all my rollies out there, you knew this one was coming. You know who knew this was coming? Grant from Clarksburg knew this was coming. He knew because he's from Clarksburg. And if you're from Clarksburg and or Fairmont, there's kind of a little bit of a dispute there of who it came from. But obviously by now, I'm talking about pepperoni rolls, right?
Yeah.
Pepperoni rolls. If you live in West Virginia, you're a pepperoni roll fan. At least I hope so. Right?
What's been your favorite? Ever since we've been doing this, you've eaten so many.
I know. That's the fun thing.
I'll tell you, the
What
bagged
favorite?
ones
I don't know.
are Julia's. Those are my favorite bagged ones.
Yeah. I don't know.
You like
I've
the
had
deep
so many
fried
good
ones
The deep fried
the
ones
most.
are amazing. If you have a restaurant in West Virginia, you should sell deep fried pepperoni rolls.
Yeah.
If not, you're really missing out. But anyway, just to give you a little quick recap, if you don't know, obviously originated in West Virginia, north central West Virginia, Fairmont, Clarksburg area,
Capital of pepperoni rolls.
and created for coal miners because it's an easy lunch. You don't have to cook it. You don't have to heat it up. You can pull it right out of your bag. You can eat it with one hand. You can keep working and eating it. I've done that. I've been working hard on a computer and typing with one hand, eat pepperoni roll. But you got to do what you got to do, and that's what they're for. Easy to carry, easy to eat. Pepperoni roll.
Okay.
All my rollies know, or should I say, my pepperoni roll models. My pepperoni roll models.
Pepperonis.
Oh, I'm gonna stick with rollies. I like rollies.
Okay.
Real rollies know what's up.
All right. The wildlife.
Oh yeah.
I love that I can just see wildlife whenever I want. I love that I can hit a dog-sized raccoon and crack my front end. I love that.
I love it too. It's very recognizable on our van. So this last week, our son has seen 2 groundhogs, 2 separate groundhogs.
Those groundhogs.
And he was so excited the first day that he saw it. He was telling everybody that he saw it. Then we saw one a few days later, and you would have thought the kid won the lottery or something.
Yeah.
It's like 2 groundhogs in the same week. Well, what an amazing life I live. So now he's on cloud 9, seeing these groundhogs.
Yeah, there's that one that's by the Chick-fil-A on Evansdale, and there's that one that's been living on the hillside of the Glenmark Center for like a decade.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah, it's the same exact one, no doubt.
Yeah. He's got to be getting a little old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you?
Yeah, it is me.
What number?
Oh, and you know what's perfect?
What?
Because you talked about hitting that coon
with
the car. So mine, the Roadkill Festival.
Roadkill Festival.
The Roadkill Festival.
Why have I not heard of this before? We have so many deer dead along the interstate. I mean, you cannot go a freaking half mile without
Yeah.
seeing a dead deer.
Right.
What has been going on?
So if you're close to the Marlington, that's where it was at, Marlington. I think it's close to Pocahontas County. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this
Marlington?
festival. And I don't think it's actual roadkill. I think it's like inspired by roadkill dishes, but I think it's like real food. We're going to have to look into it. I just don't know enough about it.
You just like that it's
Well,
like
I like that it's a thing. I think that's
Okay.
pretty neat that it's a thing. And you hitting that coon reminded me, why didn't you scoop it up? Why didn't you bag it up while you were there?
I didn't
That
turn
could've-
around to see if it was
That could have fed our
dead.
family for a week.
I
You'd rather go to
guarantee you
Walmart
That thing got back
spend-
up, went to work, and fed
spend
its family at the
$400
end of the
on
night.
groceries. We have 4 kids. You could have scooped that thing up and we would have been good for like a week solid. Next time.
I don't think I killed it. That thing
No,
was
you don't think you
thick.
got it?
Mm-mm.
I know. I'm saying if he was thick, he would have made a good
I know,
meal. But if he did,
was too thick.
I don't know how he didn't die because the car
It looks.
looks bad.
I was fine with it at first, but now I'm like, it's starting to get embarrassing. You know,
Yeah.
something's got to be done. People love small businesses, at least from back in Petersburg. You know what I mean? Like,
On my list, I have to. That's why I did extras. Yep.
yeah, people love like the little businesses, and
Yeah.
it's so funny. Like growing up, my brothers like to go to like Arthur Martin Laymansville, and then whatever that one was on Jordan Run. I don't know, but that was Jacob's. And then Levi liked to go to Arthur Martin. My dad did too, and I'm just like, what are
Yeah.
these places? Because I never
Like
like
little-
that's where
the
they like
little country
worked out in
stores.
those areas.
Yeah.
And the little country stores, and I
Yeah.
love the little store. I've talked about
And
1,000.
It really runs in my family. My sister and brother-in-law have their own barbecue business,
Mhm.
Meadowbrook Farm Barbecue, which is amazing. If you ever get in the Petersburg area, every other Friday at the Southside Depot, in Petersburg. My dad is a house painter,
Mm-hmm.
has been my whole life.
Mhm.
My mom's done various things throughout her time. She had a little storefront one time where
Mhm.
she had stuff.
She has a booth right now.
Right now, she has a booth. And she had a cleaning
Same as me.
business where she was self-employed.
She's a hustler.
She's always
I'm a
been a
hustler.
hustler, always out doing things.
Yeah.
So the point is entrepreneurial spirit. Love it.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of people in West Virginia have it. Probably other
Mhm.
states too, but in West Virginia, I feel like a lot of people out there hustling and doing their own thing.
Yeah. I think a lot of people just like to do things and be productive.
And I saw something the other day. I think it was like a West Virginia small business page or something. And it was just really encouraging people to support that. I
Mm-hmm.
was seeing people saying, you know, because actually there's a farm, a local farm. It's actually in Pennsylvania, but they sell in Morgantown and they're not doing too good this year.
Dudas.
Yeah. And so, you know, they were asking for support and somebody in the comments said like, West Virginia, they kind of challenged. They said, West Virginia, can you step it up a little bit and support small businesses?
Mhm.
Not Duda didn't say that. This was somebody else, like just somebody commenting on the.
Oh, talking about Dudas,
Somebody
maybe?
was responding to their post. Somebody from West Virginia, they
Mm.
just said, hey, West Virginia, can we step it up a little bit and help our neighbors that have businesses? And I
Yeah.
think that's a good sentiment to have. Like, if you can go and support something like that instead of going to Walmart, not everybody can. That stuff's a little bit more expensive,
Yeah.
you know. But if you can, it's cool to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And really all the businesses, like, you know, you skip McDonald's and go to get barbecue if you're in Petersburg.
Yeah.
Things
yeah.
like that. Just, you know, when you can.
Yeah, like I love that Mal's fresh. I forget exactly what she calls it now, but I love that she is thriving. Like she just had a billboard put up and her storefront is growing and she is just, I love just seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
she's
love
doing
it
awesome.
when they are thriving.
But that's funny that we had it on both lists, so I'll have to strike that one.
I want it though.
Yeah, you
want
did.
it.
You got it. You got it. You got me first on that one. All right. What do I have next? I have this one will be one of the surprises, I
Okay.
think.
Your
Yeah.
dad,
John Henry.
John.
You remember John Henry?
Yeah.
Folklore
Mhm.
legend. He was a black railroad worker,
Mhm.
right? And they brought a steam-powered hammer.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember, I'm telling this from my mind. I didn't
Yeah.
reread the
I feel like
story,
this is pretty accurate.
and I
so
probably
far.
should have, because
Yeah.
it's been a
Yeah,
while. I
like
probably
it's
haven't heard that story
formed.
over a. I was
The
probably
last
a
time I heard
kid.
it, you told me about it.
Okay. So anyway, so the steam powered, I think this was around 1870, right? They were building, what do they call that? The Big Bend Tunnel, I
I
believe.
don't know.
And so they brought this down here to prove that this was better than humans. It was basically going to replace humans. This is
Mhm.
1870. John Henry said, no, not so fast. And it's a timely
Not on
story
my watch.
because in the world we're in now, like AI and automation are replacing people.
Spooky.
And so John Henry said, no, not so fast. So he competed against this machine. And who won?
Didn't he win? But he also
won, but
killed himself.
He died in the
Oh, yeah.
process.
Well, he
did.
didn't kill himself, but it
He
just happened.
overexerted himself and passed away.
Yes.
And that's sad, but you know what?
Oh,
He
does
won.
that tell a deeper story? Just let AI do it. You want to be so wore out?
Stop. You're ruining the story. What's wrong with you? Don't do this. This man has a statue, okay? An 8-foot statue. I forget the name of the town.
Was he like a taller guy? Like, was he supposed to be
I
kind of
don't
like
know
on a
that
larger
he was
side?
actually even real.
Well, I don't think he is real, but
I
like
think it's folklore, but
as folklore, wasn't
yeah.
he like excessively strong and tall?
Oh yeah. He's basically a superhero. I
Yeah,
think. He was the man for
Yeah.
sure. They have a John Henry's Day, it said here in my notes, in July. They could have went to it.
Did we
Duck
miss it?
races, storytelling
A
concerts,
duck
parade.
race?
Man.
Since the parade
Big
just
Ben.
happened.
It says the statue was originally placed atop Big Ben Mountain in 1972 and moved in 2012 to Talcott, West Virginia. I'm not really sure where that is, to be honest. I'm sorry. Big Ben Tunnel. So I had the tunnel right. It was built in 1870, so this was like the 100-year celebration, 1970. They built an 8-foot statue of John Henry, and he has a park there. There's a park named after John Henry, and it has the story and stuff on that you can go read as you walk through the park. But apparently they have an event there too. So that's cool. I'd like to check that out sometime. We'll have to look it up. Maybe we haven't missed it yet. Maybe. It's mid-July.
July is so busy for us. Like, think of everything that we're doing.
We probably
in
can't
July.
make it this year.
We can't make
next year.
anything
I'll put it on my
stretch.
list for next year.
We couldn't do what Veggie Man Day is coming up this weekend. If you're seeing this, is coming up this Saturday. We're unable to go.
No.
That was past Saturday.
It was past Saturday.
We were unable to go.
Yeah.
Hosted by Moth Boys, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so didn't make that one. Just too much going on.
Okay.
I think of a relaxed environment, especially where we grew up from.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just slower paced there. Not so much in Morgantown where we live, but whenever you think of it compared to like Pittsburgh or, surrounding areas, it just seems like so much traffic, busy. And not that that's negative. If you live there and you like it, that's fine. But like for here, I just want things a little bit slower.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're in a happy medium there where there's a lot to do here in Morgantown, but it's also not like so hectic and crazy. Like a lot of people from Petersburg cannot stand driving in Morgantown because of the traffic, but I think the traffic is just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Well, we don't really go deep into the town much.
Yeah,
we're on the outskirts.
We stay on the interstate.
We run the outskirts.
We go around
of
that circle.
Right.
It's like Morgantown's here, and there's like a horseshoe actually, because then you're getting into Pennsylvania.
Yeah, kind of a horseshoe. I always think of it as a triangle, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you could think of it as
an upside down triangle, yeah. But yeah. All right. Speaking of driving and roads, country roads.
Oh my gosh.
Did you know I was going there?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
But I'm actually talking about the song.
Yeah,
not the
that's
roads.
what I think. Yeah.
But you could go either way. Maybe it's relaxing to drive on those country roads.
You mean like?
But I'm talking about John Denver's country roads.
If you want to think that's about West Virginia, that's fine. But I have come to the conclusion that it's about Virginia.
I know you're trolling me right now. You're trolling me.
You troll me 95% of my life.
Oh yeah, is that why I find the spider in my lunch about once a week? Who's trolling who?
That's just a sign that I pack your lunch, and I put that spider in there for you to know that I'm thinking of you and I love you.
Every time that spider scares me to death, I take a moment and recalibrate, catch my breath, and then I think my wife really loves me.
I do.
This is a sign of love right here.
Who would have thought that little plastic spider would mean how much I love you?
Yeah, it means everything. Yeah. And so it's the song they sing at the end of a winning game. Football, volleyball, whatever it may be. You get together with your buddies and you sing it. Or you're out somewhere else. You're out at Myrtle Beach. And
Myrtle Beach.
That's where I heard it when I was a kid one time, Myrtle Beach, at a water park, and the banjo playing bear played it. Yeah. If you might have seen that episode. We talked about that before. But
yeah, there's a funny short.
Yeah. Country roads, take me home.
There's a lot of outdoor activities.
Yeah.
Like an abundance of outdoor activities that you can do. In any part. If you're in a big city, you can easily do something outdoors that's entertaining.
Right.
Zip lining, kayaking, paddle boarding, what else? Hiking anywhere.
Yeah. You can float down the river. You can some of these lakes now have like the Ace Resort. They have like the big bouncy house type things out there.
So many campgrounds. Like two of my friends.
We're about to go. We're going to the state park, but I'm not going to say which one, so we'll talk about it after.
Yeah, we don't want anybody to come down and murder us.
Yeah. I heard about the state park, the one that we're going to. There's lots.
Are you giving
assigned
it
to it.
away? of
No,
what
no,
it's
I'm
gonna
just going
be?
to say
Okay.
that they said that it feels like a tailgate at times because the lots are kind of close together. And it's like you can definitely hear your neighbor's music, and
Oh,
it's
I
like a
don't
big
want
party.
that. Why would you
It's like
do
a big
this to
tailgate.
us?
So it's more, it doesn't feel like your traditional camping probably because there's people everywhere. But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well, it's our first time camping as a family, so we'll live and learn.
yeah.
Okay, did you say something already?
I was just going to say dark skies.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the kind of skies you can walk outside and see the stars.
Mm-hmm.
You can do a lot of stargazing. You can see, occasionally you can see a shooting star.
Mm-hmm. You have
You can
to
see the satellites,
Yeah,
Starlink, the line, like the when
yeah.
it lines up,
Remember when that first came out and everyone was like having a panic attack?
like aliens are coming.
They needed to put out like a national emergency thing when your
Mhm.
phone saying it's just Starlink.
Mhm.
Like it's not God coming back. It's not alien invasion. It's not a freaking spy. It could be a spy. We don't know, but it's Starlink. Everyone,
Starlink.
be
But anyway,
aware.
the point is, you can see it pretty nice out here
Mhm.
in West Virginia. You can see those night skies. In fact, I think even NASA agrees.
Yeah, because we
got Green Bank
and Fairmont.
and Fairmont. So
Mhm. A smaller
a
spot.
good place to look at the stars.
Mhm.
Oh, and NASA. I mean, we could go down the Rocket Boys. You know?
The Rocket Boys.
Yeah, we could do that whole.
We were
thing.
supposed to watch that again
We
because
will.
Dawn
We'll
told
watch it
us
soon.
to.
We'll watch it soon. Yeah.
Sorry, Dawn. We told you so many things.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you done?
That's mine.
Okay. It's unique that we're the only state that is fully encapsulated by the
Ooh,
Appalachian Mountains.
I like it. That's true.
That's just really cool to think of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is
Like
cool.
when you look up a map and you see it going all the way up, because it goes all the way up. Where does, I don't know.
I think it goes all the way to Maine.
It goes all the way to Maine, but where does it start?
I think it goes all the way down to Georgia.
Georgia. And you just see it, and we're the only one that's
fully
right
in
in
yeah.
there.
Right.
Mountain Mama.
The least flat land in the nation. The least flat state in the nation. I always have to feel like I have to clarify when I say that because people get confused about Rocky Mountains. Like I'm not talking about, I'm not saying we're the highest. I'm saying we're the least flat.
Yeah.
Even those states out there that have the Rocky Mountains, they have flat lands where they have ranges and stuff.
They do.
We don't really have any flat land.
Yeah.
Like basically none. I think it's like 97% mountains or something like that. So basically, you know, we're talking about like flat enough that you could build like warehouses or massive farms or ranches. Like we don't have that. It don't exist.
And I don't want that. That's scary to me.
Yeah.
For my own reasons.
Oh, you mean flat land, like in general?
Flat land.
It scares you.
Land.
Yeah, when we travel out of state and we get past the mountains and we start to get to the flatlands, both of us feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I feel like I'm no longer on Earth.
The only other place I'm comfortable besides the mountains is the swamp.
Well, I was gonna say swamp.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I feel like they're hillbillies too, like us.
There's a lot of water.
They're
Maybe
swamp
that's
hillbillies.
why.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't really have a lot of water. We have lakes. Nope, that's Maryland. Daggone it.
Yeah, that's true. I think most of the big lakes in West Virginia are man-made.
You think Cheat Lake?
No, but
I was gonna say,
but a lot of them are. Like
a lot of obviously you can see where ones are fake.
Yeah.
But we have Cheat Lake, and that's cool. But Maryland's got that Deep Creek Lake where we're going next week.
Yeah. Number 21. Oh, give me that mountain music, would you? That good old mountain music.
What mountain music?
The way Grandpa used to play it on the front porch.
Did
Picking on the banjo, you know what I'm saying?
Did your granddad do that?
Mountain music. Actually, I don't know. My grandpa's died before I was born, but I was like a year old when they passed away. They both died when I was 1
You do have a family member that plays the banjo, and I did like that when I heard it.
He's kinfolk. Because I don't even know exactly what he is to me.
You just
but he's
know
kinfolk.
that he's there.
Yeah. I think he was my grandfather's cousin.
Oh.
First cousin?
Yeah, I think that is true.
So once you get to that, you just call them kinfolk, I think. Do we say cousins or family?
Whenever I'm talking about my cousins, what do I say? I think I just say their name.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so
my cousin Dustin or my cousin Jace. I don't say that.
Yeah.
Because you know who they are. But if I'm talking to a stranger, I say my one cousin is what I would say. My one cousin.
Yeah. But those are your first cousins. What about when it's beyond first cousin? It's like you know, you have some second and third and whatever back home.
Yeah.
Like you were just talking about. You're like, you said my relative and I said my kinfolk. Like, do you still say cousin at that point, or do you just say like kinfolk, my family?
It's
somebody I'm distant related to? Like, well, how do you talk about it?
On my dad's side, I don't know a second cousin, so I wouldn't even consider them cousins. On my mom's side, I do know my second cousins, and they feel more like a first cousin than a second cousin to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we grew up closer to them.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel it just depends on the people.
Yeah.
It really does.
Well, back on the topic of mountain music, we have to shout out Joe Kreitz.
I was obviously going to say that.
Come on, Joe Kreitz.
I was like, Joe Kreitz? I feel
Somebody invited
like.
us down to a music festival in a couple weeks, and I think we're going to go to it in August.
Okay. Mine. Accents.
Mm.
There's so many different accents. Like when we went down to Bramwell, that we've mentioned 1,000 times.
Bramwell, yeah.
Those accents are different, and ours are different up here.
Well, you know, we see in a previous video we did, we were talking about the Eastern Panhandle, and somebody commented and said, I feel like a lot of West Virginia is a reflection of the state they border. So, you know, that borders what, southwestern Virginia. Then you got Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Northern Virginia. So could it be that some of that influence in some of the accents as well?
It could. It
Some of that state? Yeah.
Like some of our family members have such a strong accent, I can barely understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
And some are like, I feel like my dad is just like a regular kind of redneck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Southern, I would say redneck.
Yeah.
Accent.
Different. Yeah.
It's different.
It's not Southern, it's redneck.
Yes,
yeah.
it's redneck. And that's not an
insult.
insult.
And then like the Northern Panhandle, they start to sound a little bit more like Pittsburgh people.
Yeah. And like I feel maybe like I don't hear accents from people who live in Franklin, really. Do you think your dad talks like that or has an accent?
No, I don't think so.
Normal.
Normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of Pendleton County, the most this might be bold. This might get me in trouble. The most, what I'm about to say, this is just my opinion. The most iconic visual of West Virginia, Seneca Rocks.
Wow.
When you look up at Seneca Rocks, you say, I'm in West Virginia. And I'm gonna go a step further. This is really gonna put people on the spot.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna say it.
My gosh.
Are you from West Virginia if you've never climbed to the top of Seneca Rocks?
I have not.
You haven't?
No.
I have.
Oh, yeah.
But I have, so I'm a true West Virginian.
Oh my gosh. What?
But if you haven't, you need to. You gotta climb it.
What if you got bad knees?
Well, not too bad.
What if you can only ride like a scooter?
It's a little bit more difficult than you think.
No.
They have horses. You can ride horses up. I have.
I would never do that.
I've rode horses up before, and I've walked
as a child.
it. Yeah, as a child, but I walked it as an adult.
I could not.
You know, my sister and her kids went the other day, and they lived in Grant County, right next to it, and I think that was their first time up. And they said, yeah, it was a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
It's not super easy. When I went, I took some older gentlemen up with me from church, and they nailed it. They were killing it. They were making me look bad. They were ahead of me. I was like, God, slow down.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You should be slower. You're 80 years old.
I gotta say something about your sister.
Okay.
So I wasn't cheating. I was just wondering what other people would say about living in West Virginia. So I messaged your sister on Facebook, and it's her and Wes's joint account, which I should have just texted Cassidy. So I got all kinds of scandalous things. But the first one that I knew was from your sister. I said, what do you love the most about living in West Virginia? And she just sent me a picture of like off of her back porch. And I was like, yeah. She said the beautiful views. And then there was a picture of her. So I knew that one was from your sister. And then there was a picture of just your sister. And it said, this sexy thing was born and raised here. From West, talking about your sister.
The spark's still alive. You got to love it.
Yeah. So I needed to add that in while you mentioned
I like that.
your
That's good. Good one. I like that you asked too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you was getting some. We'll have to do another episode where it's just purely like asking people and see what they say.
And one of my brothers, I haven't checked my phone in a long time, so probably I got other people. But my brother Levi responded and said, beautiful views. It's the best place you can live.
I love it.
And I said, amen.
Well, that sums up Seneca Rocks perfectly. What you got?
Tight community. Yeah, I feel like everybody's just kind of willing to help each other.
Yeah.
Especially in the smaller communities where we were born and raised.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember being in Kaiser for Pot State and coming out, and I ran over a nail or something. And the guy that lives across the street comes over immediately and helps me with my tire. And it's like, you got a nail in, he plugged it and everything.
Yeah.
Got me going. And I said, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, people will help you. They'll help you out.
Just like even when you're driving, they'll like let you go, let you get in front of them and stuff like that. Yeah. Where were we recently? I think we were in Virginia, where that chick. No, Was that Virginia?
No,
I don't know. Well, people
That was
wherever
Princeton.
that was,
That's
those
Princeton.
people were on edge.
In Princeton, yeah.
They
Where the
were
Chick-fil-A is in Princeton, West
crazy.
Virginia. It's like a Sheetz there too. Like
Yeah.
that area is a little bit hyper.
Those people were like
But
needing
you know,
Ativan.
they wanted their Chick-fil-A. That's what it was.
It was like coming in and
we
out.
need our Chick-fil-A. Don't talk to us till we had our Chick-fil-A.
Oh my gosh, I have never felt such hostility.
Really?
Whenever I got down to Bramwell, I'm like, thank God.
Come on, Princeton.
Back in
That's
the normal
Jesus's
part.
chicken. You got to chill out when you're eating Jesus's chicken.
I thought my mom sent me something that said something like, you can tell that Chick-fil-A chickens were raised with 2 loving parents and a
No daddy issues there.
But yeah, no daddy issues there.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Back to me. Let's see what I got. I'm gonna go with hillbilly engineering.
Oh my
Hillbilly engineering.
gosh.
You know what I'm talking about?
What is that? You said there's 3 different kinds.
Yes, I did. I
of
said this
something?
recently. There's like 3 kinds of people.
Mhm.
There's people that will just fix it. If something's
Mhm.
broken, they'll fix it. They'll go out and they'll find the exact part.
Mhm.
You know, if this broke, I'd look up the part number and go and replace the part. Then there's the people who don't fix it,
Mhm.
don't do anything. They just have a broken doorknob for 20 years. You know, like I'll stick my hand in the hole and just
Personal story.
open and close it. I'm not going to fix it. Forget about it. 20 years later, it's still like that.
Oh.
But then there's the third type. This is what I'm talking about. These are the people who will fix it, but they're not going to look up the replacement part. They're going to use what they have on hand. They're going to find duct tape. They're going to get some WD-40. If they got a pothole forming in their driveway where they pull their car up, they're not going to dig it up and put a new,
No, they're going to put a bag of sand in
what
it.
they're going to do is, or maybe a steel plate, just throw a steel plate over it and drive over a steel plate. And every time you do it, boom, boom,
Yeah.
But they're not going to rerun. They're not going to pour new concrete and fix it. They're going to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
They're going to hillbilly engineer it.
Mhm.
And I respect it. I said, that's what I was telling you the other day. And I was like, I respect those people.
Mhm.
I don't feel like that's me, even though I am an engineer by day, trade. I am an engineer. But I feel like I'm more of the proper engineer. That's gotta have the right,
almost to where
the
it's
right part.
exhausting.
Not the hillbilly engineer that just does it.
They probably do it immediately. Okay. So, a sense of pride in hard work. Now, a lot of people could say, like outsiders can say, people from West Virginia are lazy or blah, blah, blah.
Who would say that?
There are people. There are people who say that. But I like the entrepreneurial thing. I feel like people are just finding ways to do things and make things work.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I had a sense of pride that my parents were very hard workers. So whenever I got my first job when I was 16, I made sure that I was a very hard worker.
Yeah.
Because I just knew that there was respect.
That's how I felt.
Pride in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt the same way when I got my first job. I remember mom talking about how hard she worked and stuff. And I was like, and my dad, and seeing my dad, both of them. I went to work with both of them. With mom when she cleaned, with dad when he painted, and I helped both of them at different times. But I witnessed it firsthand. I seen dad go out there in 95 degrees and lift a ladder up over his head and throw it up against the house and climb up to paint the roof. And I was like, because I was like 18, I was in the best shape of my life. And I'm like, how's he throwing that up there, climbing up? He wearing a hoodie. He's up on the roof painting. It's 95 degrees. Up on the roof, it's even hotter.
I know.
Burn your shoes. His shoes would melt. And then mom, when she would clean, she'd work herself to death. And so when I got my first job, other than working with them, like my first real job, I was like, I gotta show up here. I gotta make my family proud.
Yeah.
So when I went into Pizza Hut there in Petersburg, I was serving that dough.
You were serving it and making
serving
it.
those slices,
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you were. Okay, you.
I put this one on here. This wasn't really something that I love personally, but it was something because we were calling it 30 amazing things about West Virginia. So I think this is an amazing thing. It's just not my favorite thing.
Okay.
Trans-Allegheny lunatic.
I was going to say that.
Is that on your list?
No, I was going to, but I'd never been there, and I didn't know if we were doing more of like a personal thing or just cool things that were in the state. But yeah, and I'm hoping that we can get a private tour there soon.
Yeah, you were talking about that
trying
earlier.
to get
You're
a
trying to hook that up.
Yeah.
If you know me, anybody who knows me knows I don't like scary stuff.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. Like paranormal and stuff like that and just creepy stuff is not really my style.
But this is a
But if
little
you can get a
different.
private tour, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Are you more fearful of that or the
No, I'm not
penitentiary?
fearful. I'm not even fearful.
You're not fearful
I'm not.
of it?
I'm
Then
not
why
afraid
wouldn't
of
you
it.
do it?
I'm not scaredy cat.
Scared.
I'm not. I said I'll go. I'm not afraid. I just don't mess with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, I'm not arguing about this
No,
crap.
no. Listen. Now, I ain't saying I believe it, but you know that's how they say in West Virginia. Now, I'm not saying this is a true story, but that's how I feel. It's just good common sense. That's all, right? Like there's nothing to it. It's not real. The hocus pocus stuff's not real, okay? But what I'll say is, why risk it? You know what I mean? Why risk it?
Interesting. This one YouTube channel that it's called Ghost Teas, like tea you drink.
Yeah.
They do a lot of Appalachian and West Virginia stories, and I've heard that the scariest ones come from West Virginia. And even if you look it up, a lot of the scariest things happen in West Virginia. And apparently, this is something that West Virginians say, like if you're out or if you hear if someone says, "What was that sound?" Like that sounded scary, and they were like, "You didn't hear it.
You didn't hear nothing.
You didn't hear nothing."
That's how I'd be.
Like that it was something, but you're like,
nothing.
"Let's pretend that it wasn't something."
Yeah. I'll say this because you know me, I'm always dismissive of this kind of stuff. But I will say this: if that haunted nonsense was true, West Virginia would be a good candidate for it for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
One, because of the nature scene and just how like remote and you know removed you are in a lot of the state, but also just because of the state history. Like West Virginians had it rough. Like if you go to the state museum, you see it's basically one struggle after another. It's hard work in the coal mine. It's the Civil War.
Yeah.
It's West Virginians going into World War. It's going through the Great Depression. It was a hard life. Most of West Virginia life is about being basically a tough person, like living a life of struggle. And I feel like that's the kind of thing, that's the kind of life that would lead to like a haunted place, I would think, right? Like people who live like a hard life or like a tragic life. Like
if that's true.
I'm not saying I believe it, but if I did, I could see why West Virginia would be up there on the list for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so the last two I asked are oldest girls.
Okay.
Because I was like, I would just want something cute to throw in there. Because was I running out of ideas? Maybe. So I asked Kendall, and she said the hills and mountains.
Oh, yeah. Love it. That reminds me of my favorite spot. Where is it?
Whenever you're getting back on Quarter H off of the Liberty gas station, you get on Quarter H, and you go down Mount Storm, you go down about a quarter of a mile. And then there's that big scenic overlook, and you can just see like
every single time we drive by. What do I say?
What do you say?
Kids, look over there.
Oh yeah, you do say that. Yeah, I don't know if you call them a specific thing, but you're like, kids, look over there.
I call them the Shadow Mountains.
That's
not the real name of them, but that's what I call them.
Because
that's what they look like.
Getting like you can see so far into the distance, you can see like mountain,
and you can
range
almost
after mountain.
It's basically a shadow at that point of a mountain.
Yeah,
and I love it. That's one of my favorite views. And I always point it out, and the kids are like, "We've seen it a million times," but they still put it on their list.
Yeah,
so that tells me they love it. All right.
Okay, you should have one more.
Oh, I'm down to my last one.
Because I have one more.
I gotta pick a good one then. Think I'll go with the fact that the state is 78% forest.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So we are home to a couple of national forests, lots of state or national parks, and lots of state parks. I think like 29 or something crazy like that. But anyway, lots of forests. I don't know. That's kind of stole your outdoor one. No, this is different.
No, those are activities.
Yeah, there's activities. I'm talking about just being covered in forest.
Yeah.
So when you go out, and especially as a kid, because we live in Morgantown now, so I'm not in the woods as much. But as a kid, I feel like I was always in the woods.
Yeah.
So always walking around.
Me and Shayna were always doing dumb stuff.
And I feel like that's obviously the majority of West Virginia, because 78% woods. The majority of West Virginia, you're out in the woods.
Yeah. And that makes me think of like whenever I was in the woods, there's always going to be like one abandoned house or a cabin that you will throw rocks through their glass and go in it, take stuff out of it.
Yeah.
When your parents find out that you took stuff out of it, you get in trouble, you got to take it back.
Right.
But it's like, who cares?
People
no one
care.
lives there.
They get really upset.
I guess if you didn't know that you had a cabin and it was handed down to you by like your ancestors, and then eventually you did find out, and then you found out someone had stolen something out of it, you would be enraged. Like, oh my God, put that back in this cabin I just found out about.
Right.
Like, no, this is mine. I've been living in this cabin for like 20 years secretly.
Oh, okay.
You know, stuff like that happens. It happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
All right, finish us out strong. Last one.
Okay, so I asked Cora, and she said the history about paths and trails. And she was talking about you teaching her about some trail on Cooper's Rock or a path that had history to it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, so history about paths and trails. That's cool. And she said, actually, everything about West Virginia history, which
Yeah.
is so her. And then she asked if we had any history books, and I told her where there was, and she immediately went and grabbed
I think
it.
she's talking. Yeah, so she is talking about like when we go to Cooper's Rock and we go on like trails and things like that, paths and trails. But I like to tell them a little bit about like the frontier days, like the real mountaineers that came out and kind of claimed the state. And so they did markings. Like we took them recently to the state park, Fairfax Stone, and things like that were like land markers. And then the Mason-Dixon line, explaining that to them, like the flat part or what'd you call it, flat? Well, most of the state outline is jagged, and that's like a straight, I guess you call it straight line. But things like that, I think I just remind them when we're out in the woods and we're doing any kind of hike or trail, they're like, this is a kind of a trail now. Yeah. But imagine if it wasn't, like, and you were the first person to go out here and walk it. Now, obviously, they're like Native Americans. It's not the first person, but before roads or trails, and you're just walking through the brush, like that would be a completely different time. Yeah. And it's crazy to think about the people who came and kind of blazed those
trailblazing.
Right. All right. So, guys, that was 30. Was it all of them? No, obviously not. There's a million others. And I bet you there's some you wish we would have said. So go ahead. Tell us in the comments. Drop some more. Oh, because I think in the future what we'll do, you inspired me by because you ask people. And I like that, by the way, asking our kids, your siblings, my sibling. Next time we want to do one that's all based on what input we get from others. So drop them in the comments. You're not allowed to use the ones we used today. They have to be new ones. Drop them in the comments for next time, and we'll feature them and we'll give you a shout out.
Ooh.
All my rollies out there, tell me where the best pepperoni rolls are at. I'm always looking for pepperoni roll recommendations. Also, we have a Google form now because we're so professional. Oh. There's a Google form you can go on, click on if you want to be on the podcast and just fill out some information, basically telling us about yourself. Because we're still keeping our series, the 55 Counties, 55 Voices, which we just did in Mercer County with Betty Goins on the last episode. Go back and watch it if you haven't watched it yet. Yeah. But if you or someone you know want to be featured on that, and it can even be a county we've already hit. We don't care. We want to hit all 55 counties, but we can hit counties more than once.
Yeah, if you just have an interesting story, like Chad was on, he has a very interesting story. Just anybody, Joe, Kreitz.
Yep, hit us up, and we'll try to get you on here and have a good time. And you can have a good time with us. So yeah, we're trying to build something positive here in West Virginia, and we need all of you to do it. Yeah. All the people that watch and support us, we want your input because we want to make this show for you. That's who it's for. So drop comments, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff. If you're watching on one of the podcast platforms, review 5 stars only, of course. Anything else?
Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.